What will it take to get really big reform of the world humanitarian system? The kind of things that were agreed at the World Summit last month, things like changing the amount of money going to local grassroots organisations from 2% of the total emergency spending to 25%. I had a conversation with some humanitarian people a couple of weeks ago and talked about there have been suggestions like this around for years. So the question is, why hasn't it happened? And I find it useful in this situation to think about ideas, institutions, and interests. So what combination of those is holding things back? So on ideas, the humanitarian principles of neutrality, independence, and impartiality sound good, but they often get dumbed down to just we don't do politics. And if you don't engage with politics and power, you're really not going to get very far in terms of changing the humanitarian system. So disruptors for that, things which may move things along, new frames like resilience or systems, or I'm afraid new disasters and failures. The humanitarian system has always progressed by learning from failure. Syria could be a big candidate for prompting big reforms in the future. Institutions are a mess. It's the treacle, turf wars, bureaucracy, layers of intermediaries, each taking a bit of the funding. New entrants, new governments, new foundations may disrupt that. New technology may hold some hopes. And then there's interests, turnover machismo, that if you're a CEO of an organisation, you're measured by your turnover. So what's the chance of you voluntarily giving up a load of that money and channeling it through and saying, no, this should go through local organisations? So there the disruptors might be new sources of funding or decisions by big funders to just say, no, we're going to switch off some taps and open other taps. So there's some leadership there. Overall, if you're going to talk about the reform of the international system and the humanitarian system, you need a theory of change. So let's see the theory of change, please.